Welcome to the Yukon at North 61. Today is 6.5 PRC day. About 30 years ago, I transitioned from a Remington model 600-308 in the Baffin, where I shot a lot of caribou. Really liked that rifle. But I started going out with guys with 300 Magnums, and I realized, a little bit more range would be good. So I learned long distance shooting with this rifle right here. And when I originally had it, it had a 20-inch factory barrel. That barrel, I shot it so much I shot it out. So this is a 23-inch Packnor barrel, and it really does do a better job with a 23-inch barrel. And this 6.5 right now, as pictured, a little heavy. I've got a number 3 barrel on it. I wish I'd gone with a lighter barrel. I'm going to probably rebarrel it at some point, but I'm going to keep this barrel and shoot it out too. And the 6.5 Rem Mag really taught me how to shoot long range, especially with this Accutrack scope. This is the old style scope, which I'll show you a little bit more about how it works, but I was turret dialing a long time ago. And I've got a number of one-shot kills with this firearm, right out to about 440 yards. And that to me is long range shooting. Okay, in the days before the laser rangefinder, we used this Accutrack, which those 2 stadia wires, you would change the power until 18 inches. Filled those 2 stadia wires at top, then you'd read the distance. Then you'd dial. Short action, functions very well, very accurate. Very nice firearm. And the 6.5 Remington is a really good kind of minimum caliber, where it's got the lowest recoil possible for really actually quite exceptional ballistic performance. It shoots as flat as a 7mm Rem Mag. And it is a ballistic twin to the new 6.5 PRC, and I got a 6.5 PRC so I could check out how these things, how they compare. And basically, in a lot of ways, they're like 2 peas in a pod. So here's my 6.5 PRC. It's in a really lovely rifle. This is a Nosler Model 21. It's also got a heavy barrel, but it's a little lighter even than the Remington 660. So this rifle, as pictured, is well under 8 pounds with the scope and ready to go. And the 6.5 PRC, I'm getting about the same ballistic performance as I was getting out of the 6.5 Rem Mag. And man, this rifle has such a slick action. It's got a wonderful trigger pull. It's really quite a rifle, except for one problem, which I'll talk about in a bit. So, how do these cartridges compare? The 6.5 Rem Mag, I just measured them with Reloader 17 powder. It'll hold 71.2 grains of powder, where this 6.5 PRC is down to about 2.4 grains less. Now, the advantage of the 6.5 PRC is that it's on a 2.950 action. So maybe a little even longer, 2.995. So you can load these bullets out more, and they don't go into your powder capacity. Where with the 6.5 Rem Mag, they're in a 2.825 action, and they're also longer. So when you load that 130 grain, look how deep that bullet goes into past not only the neck, but the shoulder. You're starting to rob some of your case capacity. And you also cannot load these really slippery bullets out close to the rifling simply because of the way they're throated. Where with this 6.5 PRC, you can. Those slippery bullets go right out near the rifling, so you get really probably better accuracy. You got the 30-degree shoulder, you got the nice short fat column. Here you have a 25-degree shoulder and a shorter neck. There's a lot of, modern in this and less modern in that. So when you start shooting 140 grain bullets, the capacities become more even, but you still have a slight advantage with that 6.5 Rem Mag. And it's only going to mean probably about a 1% velocity increase, so about 30 feet per second. Not enough even to worry about. They're basically ballistic twins. But this rifle is much better with long, slippery bullets up to 156 grains, where you can't start loading those bullets here because they start going, the ogive starts going into the case neck and you have lots of trouble with them. So here, you can only go up to about a 0.50 ballistic coefficient. Here you're pushing 0.70. So you got a real long distance advantage with that. Does it matter to 450 yards? No. But past 400 yards, the 6.5 PRC starts to take over. But this 6.5 Rem Mag still in the running. It's a very, very good cartridge. And I'm really interested to see how they're going to work out. This rifle I've only shot 20 rounds through. I've been cleaning it, I've been breaking in the barrel, and so far my top load is 0.480. That was the first three shots I took without oil in the barrel. Very, very easy to shoot. The weight is about 7 pounds, 13 ounces. Okay, let's go see how she shoots. Come on, let's go see. Okay, so that's 3 shots in about a half an inch with the 140 grain Federal Fusion. So I think this is going to be absolute fantastic shooting. My only question is, why 40 years ago did they figure out how to make short, fat cartridges feed? And today, they can't. This 6.5 PRC has a little bit of problem off that left rail. And I've read some forums where some people got even worse ones. This one works fine if you go at moderate speed or fast speeds, but if you go slow, that pops off the left rail. So I'm gonna have to send it back probably to Nosler to get that fixed at some point. But I like running them slow at the range, and you know, you just look at that. It just jumps right out to the heavens. But this modern design of stock with a fairly negative comb means the recoil comes straight back. This is a little lighter rifle than the 660 with the same weight barrel. The original 660s and 600s had lighter barrels, so they were lighter, but I've gone with a heavier barrel. I like that. And the ergonomics is absolutely first rate. This has probably got the best, it's a Trigger-Tech trigger. It's probably the best trigger I've ever experienced. It's just so crisp, I can't even explain how crisp that is. And the action, I mean, it's nitride coated. It's so slick, it's just unbelievable. I just wish it fed off that left rail. So I'm gonna get that fixed. But in the meantime, I'll keep playing with the 6.5 PRC. I think I'm going to get a half-minute angle out of this regularly. Where this rifle with this Pacnor Super Match barrel only went into 3/4 of an MOA. So does that make any difference at all from the field? None at all. So ballistic neck and neck, but with the really, really slippery bullets, I get 100 more yards to 1,500 foot-pounds out of this rifle than this rifle. And 100 more yards out of this rifle than a 25-06. So that's the progression. And in fact, this rifle will outdo a 30-06 for the 1,500 foot-pounds, unless you go to really heavy bullets where the 30-06 shoots them a little bit slow. So really interesting. I think this is a fantastic cartridge for medium-sized game because it's the minimum kick that you can get while still getting that energy out there. I'm really pleased with it. I think it might be one of those things that's just right. So what happens if you go bison hunting with a sheep hunter? You get to climbing. Look at that. That's our friend the wolf. And you see the drag marks. That means he's coming this way.